Have you had to train with someone else in the past? The whole purpose of a punishment is to dull the behavior that we don't want. We got to figure out a way to dull it enough without causing the dog to shut down completely. No. Sit. Nonsense. We're gonna come back and do it again. Leave it. Yes, you see? Stop. Good. Okay. Stop. Good. Okay. Heel. So when we get this next one, if we get it good, that's where we're gonna end it. Good. Okay.
Hey, human.
There was definitely a lot cut out of that. I mean, he just went from like 0 to 100% in like 1 minute. You know, or more so reverse that, 100% to 0. Let's go ahead and watch that again. And I'm just going to kind of pick it apart a little bit and help you guys understand what he did so that you guys could take this piece of information and actually implement it into your training at home. So, all right, let's go ahead. So the first thing I want to point out is the dog is on an easy walk harness, which is definitely something I recommend. But it also looks like the easy walk harness maybe isn't fitted correctly because it's pulling all the way up to the dog's shoulder, and we don't want that. We want to have complete control over the harness. So I would maybe tighten that harness up a little bit. I also noticed that the leash is like fully extended, and we wouldn't want that either. We want the dogs by our side and trying to keep their focus. But I do understand she's at a training session, so maybe she's just kind of letting this happen as the trainer walks up. Because I often ask dog owners for the same thing. I'm like, just let it happen first, because this is stuff I need to see. Don't try to control your dog when they first walk up. So, all right, let's continue.
Have you had to train with someone else in the past? The whole purpose of a punishment is to dull the behavior that we don't want. We got to.
So this is like, again, it's super, super choppy. Like, this is super edited. And obviously there's a lot that happened in this clip that we are not seeing. But I want to pick apart that statement. So the point of the punishment is to dull the behavior that we don't want. That I've never heard anyone phrase it in that way. That's an interesting way of saying it, but I'm going to disagree. The point of the reward is to curb the behavior we don't want, right? So we don't need a punishment. And what I find interesting is he's not really using any punishments. I think I did see a leash pop, so maybe that's what he meant by punishment. If that's the case, I mean, I guess I'd rather it be a leash pop than something else, but I don't think that a leash pop is really necessary in this kind of situation. So
figure out a way to dull it enough without causing the dog to shut down completely. No.
Okay, so yeah, he did do a little bit of a leash pop there. He does have the dog on a slip lead, and so I don't have a problem with slip leads. I also wonder too if I think maybe the dog just pulled him, and he went to go pull the dog back, and it looked like he did a leash pop. So that could have also been. It may have not been reading it right. I do the same thing. If the dog pulls me, sometimes it looks like I yanked him. Really, it's just that the dog pulled me and I went to go yank him back to me. But I'm not doing like an aggressive leash pop at all. It's just a natural reaction to having the dog pull. In terms of the dog reacting to the other dog, that is kind of a natural way of dogs react to other dogs, right? This dog is kind of uppity. I wouldn't call this reactivity. I think he just really wants to play. I think he just is excessive in the way that he wants to do it, and he doesn't know how to approach other dogs. So yanking the dog towards you is not the best way of dealing with this situation. What I would have done is, first of all, I would practice a lot indoors first. I don't know where they are on their training sessions. I don't know if this is a first training session or not. But I would have the owner practice some leash walking techniques indoors or in their backyard or in an area where there's not going to be other dogs, because I want them to be able to have these leash techniques down before he practices in front of another dog. So all that being said, what I would have done is just have them change directions. And change directions a lot, right? So you're not just like changing directions, walking the other way. You're also turning left, and then you're turning right, and then you're turning left again, and then you're going to the north, and then you're going to the west, and you're going to the east, and you're just having fun with your dog while this other dog is laying down next to them. And you're keeping your dog's focus by simply just changing directions. It's a brilliant dog training technique, and I usually recommend it to anyone who has a dog that's pretty uppity. I don't know that I'd recommend it to a dog that is aggressive with leash reactivity. But you know, in this situation, I think the dog, again, the dog doesn't seem aggressive to me. I think he just wants to play.
Sit. Nonsense. We're gonna come back and do it again.
He said nonsense.
Leave it. Yes, you see? Stop. Good. Okay. Stop. Good. Okay. Heel. So when we get this next one, if we get it good, that's where we're gonna end it. Good. Okay.
Hey, human, follow the page.
Yeah, so just a few like quick good notes about this guy. I like that his demeanor was very, very calm. And that's like, to me, that's like the main thing that you want in a dog trainer, is that they are calm, right? If you ever have a dog trainer that's just kind of like uppity and like, right? Like, it's bad news. It's bad news bears. So run away immediately, you know? But this guy, super calm. And, you know, I think he does a good job at remaining calm. So A+ on that.